Hello, my name is Nikita Loganov, and I'll be presenting over philanthropic efforts of companies. Next slide, please. What is philanthropic effort? Philanthropy is an effort of an individual or organization that undertakes on an altruistic desire to improve human welfare, and wealthy individuals sometimes establish private foundations to facilitate their philanthropic efforts. Next slide. Some benefits to philanthropic efforts are practicing in corporate philanthropy. Businesses positively foster employee engagement, generate business value, enhance relationships with consumers, and create a positive work environment. Next slide, please. These are some of the group findings we went over. Looking through some of the research on corporate social responsibility, focusing primarily on most of the research on philanthropic efforts, as that is our group topic, our group believes that all companies should take part in corporate social responsibility. With this being said, not all companies are in position to be able to do this. There are a lot of key elements that must be taken into consideration when engaging philanthropic efforts. Next slide, please. Continuing with group findings, the most important step to pave the way forward with CSR implements is by finding a cause that the company would support. By finding the issue from employees on what causes their support, we are able to see if the employees would like to volunteer at the organization that is selected. Volunteer work and charity donations are equally part of philanthropic efforts. If the company aligns our nonprofit or charity organization selected with the values of the company to extensive research and see what the ways that the organization gives back to the community, we would then know that the companies can make a big impact on the community. Next slide. This is going over concerns. In my personal report, I wrote about how ExxonMobil kills the earth and ruins the air that we breathe more and more every single day. To cope with the negative backlash that the community gives, ExxonMobil donates money and has a team of specialists that work on new inventions to find new low-emission technologies for the future. The amount of time and effort that is being made by ExxonMobil in some ways to help with the negative effects it creates. Next slide. How our company might best implement from this idea. Our company might best implement from the idea of philanthropic effort by donating to causes that we are intending to cover up, such as ExxonMobil donating, as we discussed previously on the last slide. Conclusion. In conclusion, this group project showed a different perspective on companies, which I did not see before. Before the project, I had a different view on why companies had philanthropic efforts, but after research, it showed me that the companies do these large donations for the wrong reason. Next slide. And finally, the information that I've learned through research and our group discussion. Through the group discussion boards, I have learned the different ways people interpret philanthropic efforts. By this, I am referring to the surprise I had finding out that the people from the group were not quick to report on the negative effects companies have had, continuing by forcing philanthropic efforts to in a way, put a smoke screen to the audience. That'll be all.